Hello and welcome back to the Villa View for a preview ahead of Aston Villa's Monday night game with Newcastle United at St James's Park. Dan, I'm not looking forward to it.
No, I can't say it's been something that I've been looking forward to all weekend, to be fair. I think I'd rather watch the Arsenal-Sutton game because I think probably the deficit in score will be less in that one than it will be for us against Newcastle. It's just the complete wrong time to be coming up against a team that's looking like they're going to get automatic promotion and a team that's fans and probably players aren't that keen on us. So really it couldn't be worse timing, could it?
They're in a good vein of form, as you touched on. Drew their last game 2-2 with Norwich, but before that they've been on a blistering run of form, and I think at the start of the season Sky looked at this game and I thought this would be a title decider. And now we come to the point where it's like, one's fighting relegation and one's at the top end of the table.
Well, I know I work there, but I think we can apportion some of the blame to Sky for our season, because I think we've won once all season when we've been on Sky, and we've probably been on Sky about 125 times, so we can probably blame them a little. Like I say, it's just the wrong time, and the fact the game's on telly as well. Newcastle are flying. I'm genuinely concerned about what the score could be on Monday. I don't like to come in and be all negative, but we need to turn our season round, and I think that we will, but I don't think it'll be tomorrow.
No, I don't think it will be, because for a factor, I think that they're so powerful as a side, and they're so well organised, and we're not organised and we're not powerful at the moment. We've got the players there, as we've touched on in previous videos, but if we're losing at home to Barnsley 3-1, there's no way we're going to go to Newcastle and pull off a blistering performance. I know we drew 1-1 with them originally towards the start of the season when Tishbola equalised late on, but that was a different Villa side back then. And
also the game could have been absolutely out of sight at half time. We only really started playing with 20 minutes left. I mean, we look back at those days now under Di Matteo, we just drew so many games, but you see the statistics that have come out in the week, the football was arguably better, and I think I probably felt better about Villa then than I do at the moment. I'm worried looking over my shoulder that Villa are going to get pulled in to a relegation battle, because the teams below us are suddenly starting to put runs of form together, whereas we're the worst team in the Football League at the moment, so it's really worrying times.
What are you expecting lineup-wise, considering that Bruce has hinted at not mass changes, but changes as such to the side?
I'd be shocked if we weren't 4-3-3, trying to make things a bit tighter. If Jedinak's back, it makes sense that he sits in front of the back four with Lansbury and Hourihane either side of him. Hopefully Hourihane on the left-hand side rather than the right, but I've got a horrible feeling he'll be on the right. I think you'll see Kodja out on the left, Adoma right with Hogan up front, and then a back, I don't know why I'm doing it in this order by the way, but a back four of Hutton, Chester, Baker, Amavi, and then I think he'll stick with Johnston in goal. I don't think he'll be putting Bunn in, but I think Johnston's walking a tightrope at the moment. I think if he makes any more errors, he could find himself on the bench if that's allowed to happen with his contract. What about you?
I agree with that. I think that's about right. I think Hourihane needs to be on the left-hand side of midfield. There's no way he should be at the right again. And there's no way he should be sitting deep like he did the game before that as well. He's been played out of position since he's been at Villa Park and hasn't been able to flourish, which is bizarre.
No, it's bizarre that you have a left-footed central midfielder, yet you seem determined to play him on the right-hand side of the central midfield. I mean, I get that wingers play on opposite flanks, but playing central midfielders on opposite flanks just seems weird. You know, honestly, I've never seen anyone do that before, and I don't think we're trailblazers at the moment. I don't think we're going to be setting trends that other teams are going to copy. You need to get him back out on the left. If you got him on the left, he'll do a similar job to what Gareth Barry used to do for us when he played left central midfielder. He used to drift wide every now and again, link up with the left midfielder, link up with the left back well, and offer width when needed. Hourihane's a creative player, like Gareth Barry. He's got a good range of passing, and we've got the form player in the Championship come to Villa, and we've not used him correctly, which I just don't understand.
And then moving forward, Dan, the situation up front, Scott Hogan and Jonathan Kodja, link-up hasn't been quite there yet, but there's a lot of frustration towards Jonathan Kodja on Tuesday night, and there has been for some time recently.
I get that he can be a frustrating player, but I don't think we should get on his back too much, because without him, I would have barely scored any goals this season. To me, I think he prefers being out wide. I said that a month or so ago. I think he actually prefers playing out wide. I think he gets a bit more freedom, doesn't get marked as tightly when he's out wide, playing as an inside forward, to sound like I've been playing Football Manager 2017 all the time. I just think he works better that way, and I think that's where the majority of his goals have come from as well. I mean, he's not the kind of player at the moment that you'd say would work in a partnership with anyone, because his link-up play isn't the best. He carries the ball well, he can dribble, he can hold the ball up, he's decent in the air, he's strong, he's quick, but his passing and his link-up play isn't the strongest. So I'd say get him out wide where he'll get a bit more freedom.
As for Newcastle, Kieran Clark, as always, will turn as a Paul McGrath.
Undoubtedly. We did a video on him in the summer, saying between him and Baker, and I stand by the fact that it was time for Clark to go, because I think he needed a refresh. I think he needed to hit the reset button, and Newcastle's been a good move for him. And I've always thought he's a player with potential. He's a good player, and he's gone there and he's done the business. The Newcastle fans are really pleased with him. I mean, I saw him score a horrific own goal about a month or so ago, so he's still got that in his locker. But it was time for him to leave Villa. There's a lot of players that are at Villa or have been at Villa that will go on, and we've thought they were crap, or fans have thought they were crap, but they'll go on elsewhere and have good careers, and we'll look back and think, oh, actually, maybe they weren't that bad. Clark just needed a refresh, so I think going to Newcastle was the right thing for him and the right thing for Villa. We got 5 million for him. Unfortunately, his season's going a lot better than Aston Villa's season, but that's the way it is. It was definitely the right call to get rid of him.
Oh, totally, 100%. I agree with that, and I think that fair play to him for resurrecting his career. I never had anything against him as such. I just thought that, as you said, he had gone stale at Villa Park and he needed that move wherever it was. It just happened to be Newcastle that decided to have faith in him. They're missing Isaac Hayden, which is going to be a big miss for them. 21-year-old, been banging form since signing from Arsenal in the summer. Really good player and key player for them this season. So we can expect a full force of Dwight Gale again. Gale force, should I say.
Dear me.
That's a line they say, not me.
You've reeled off a list of players, but it's John Joe Shelvey I'm worried about, because he does absolutely everything in central midfield. Every time I've seen Newcastle play this season, he's absolutely run the game. He can tackle, he can pass, he can score goals. He dictates the tempo of the game. He's a very good footballer, too good for Championship level. I mean, holding on to him in the summer was a good coup for them. But the main thing they've got is, I was talking to Dan Rolinson the other day off camera, that they've got an elite manager. There's not many managers in this country I would class as being an elite manager, but they've got Rafa Benitez in the Championship, which is just an unbelievable achievement that they managed to hold on to him in the state they were in, and it's worked wonders for them, because they're gonna go back up, aren't they?
Yeah, they'll go straight back up, and it's whether they keep Rafa Benitez. But what are you expecting score-wise? Dare I ask, it's a cricket score?
Well, I don't think it'll be a cricket score, but I don't think Villa will win, and I've gone for a fan score prediction of 3-0, which hurt me in putting it into the app. But as I say, I think we will turn it round, and it's got to be soon. But I just don't see it being Monday, because they hate us and they'll be bang up for it. What about you?
I've predicted 4-1 to Newcastle and fan score. I think we'll score, but I think it'll be a late consolation. I think it'll be quite convincing for them, and I think Kieran Clark will score as well for them.
Yeah, so copying me. I've done that as well. I think that as well.
I didn't realise, to be honest. I didn't realise.
I think you did realise. I think I put it clearly in the chat before you did.
You can join the Fan Score League as well. There's a link below to be able to join our league and get involved with us. I don't know where me and Dan are in the table at the moment, but I imagine it's not pretty.
We're on a Villa run of form. I'm doing not very well in fantasy football and FIFA 17 at the moment as well, and my five-a-side team, so football can just do one at the moment, as far as I'm concerned.
So if you have enjoyed this video, then please do drop us a like below, and also comment in what you think tomorrow's result will be, and also what lineup you go for tomorrow. Also remember that the John Gregory interview has now finished. All 5 parts to that are out, and there's a link below for them as well. And make sure you are subscribing to The Villa View with your post notifications on.
If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. Be sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking our logo there on the left. Easy peasy.